Warning: the No AC Only Fans podcast may include content not suited for non-mature audiences who can't take a joke. We would like to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody. Enjoy.
Welcome in to the No AC OnlyFans podcast with your host, Christian Klein. Yeah, I ain't got no damn nickname. But sitting across the table from me like always, we got Mr. Big Crispy, a.k.a. Big Simpin, a.k.a. Mr. Down Bad, Tyler Gump.
Them down bad really be down bad sometimes, bro. How's everybody doing tonight? Saturday. I was down bad last night struggling with that music bullshit, bro.
We tried to record last night.
Oh, God.
This motherfucker Big Crispy was getting so pissed off. It was kind of funny.
Bro, the fact that the soundboard was not mixing the proper way was my issue. And we'll figure it out eventually. I mean, we still recorded shit once we figured out an alternative way to record, but, like, this shit was pissing me off. I was about to throw it out the window. I ain't gonna lie. $600 down the drain, bro. Frustrating as fuck when you can't figure something out.
I got a question for you.
What?
Remember how we were speaking about earlier about a certain someone telling everybody at work about how he couldn't get hard on?
Yeah. Motherfuckers be down bad.
Well, did I tell you about how that guy at work's roommate, I guess, basically told somebody at work that he was bringing tranny bitches over?
No, he did not. He was bringing trannies? Why was he bringing tranny bitches over?
I don't know. Giving him some butt pleasure.
He likes it in the butt. His girlfriend's probably pegging him.
He said he used to have three. He said I guess he asked somebody at work and said, "You ever had a threesome?" He's like, "Hell yeah, with two bitches." He goes, "No." with two dudes and a chick.
And what did he say?
He said that's what he did. He's done it a couple times.
Did he explain?
The guy at work said, "I don't want to hear that fucking shit."
Oh, man, bro. That's something else, man.
But nothing against people who do that. You know what I mean? If that's what you like. But
you can't be taking dudes home, bro, and be fucking... I get it. Yeah, that's what you like to do, but come on, man.
I guess he said, and he'd bring home bitches that were real hairy and...
You ever seen a real hairy bitch? You be scrolling through something and you see a real hairy bitch? I can't. That's gross. Like the all-natural hippie bitches that be posting shit.
Oh, hell
And you
no.
see it and you're like...
No, they stink.
Like, like, your armpit hair is longer than your fucking coochie. Like, your coochie hair and your armpit hair are competing with the top of your head.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Fucking gross. Oh, and they got...
a bush is okay, but a fucking jungle? Like, you know, like an Amazon forest?
I don't really like a bush.
No
I
bush?
want to see some hair cocking out the side.
I don't mind a bush as long as it's well maintained. You're fine.
How can a bush be maintained?
What do you call? You're talking about like stubble? Is that what you're thinking about? I'm not saying stubble, and I'm not saying, but like a little bit of hair is okay. You've never
like a buzz cut after you got a haircut?
Not a buzz cut, but I'm saying like, say, a couple inches off the top, but not
okay,
like, you know what I mean? Like nothing
I
super crazy.
I get what you mean.
You can't tell me you never experienced some shit like that. You went to sleep with somebody and they just had a bush.
Yeah.
Exactly. You just kind of deal with it. It's like a little bit of cushion for your forehead. Sometimes you be laying there, you just be like, let me cozy up in here real quick until it's real scuffed and like it's real rough, and then your forehead gets all irritated and your like fucking head's all scratchy because of that shit. I don't know if you ever been there. I've been there a couple times.
This reminds me of a story. My dad said that he was pulling up to his parents' house one time and he seen my uncle He said 2 big old fat bitches right out the front. I mean, he said big bitches.
Like the bitches you see at the Golden Corral, like
Yes, like 2,000-pound sisters.
oh no, it's all his brother was doing. Bro, I would have been roasting the fuck out of him. I've been like, dude, come on, you really that down bad? You sleep with my 1,000-pound sisters?
Shit. Somebody got to get their rocks off somehow. Well, going back to what we were saying, what would you do if you couldn't get no hard on?
I would try to find the source of the problem. What did you think?
Yeah, there's got to be some type of issue.
There's got to be something going on. You probably go see a doctor for that. You don't just keep taking the blue pill hoping it's going to work out eventually, you know?
Yeah.
Like some people be doing.
Well, there's pills that can help your ass out.
Yeah, there's pills that can help your ass out, but there's an issue if you're at the age of 25 and you can't get your dick hard, bro. That's an issue. I understand like whiskey dick or something. Like I think we've all been there. We've been a little too tipsy.
Oh yeah.
And like something be going down and you're like, shit. Like that's one thing, but to just not be able to get hard at all, maybe it's because he ain't doing it with the people that he really likes.
Unless they're tranny bitches.
Yeah, what if he's only getting a hard on when he's fucking a man woman or something? You know, a tranny or something.
Ugh.
Where he's getting railed in the ass, that's when he gets his dick. That's
gross.
fucked up. But that's, you know,
That's fucking gross.
people have preferences, I guess. So you can't really fault him for it.
I guess.
If that's what he
Maybe he
likes.
just don't want to accept himself.
That's like, we was talking about that. Like, I was listening to, I can't remember what podcast it was. They were listening to, and they were talking about the difference between a fetish and a sexual preference. Because they basically, like, people get fetishes and sexual preferences mixed up all the time. Right? Because technically the definition of a fetish is something that you do during sex that you basically cannot have sex without it because you can't do it without it. So, like, some people have, like, you know, whatever, like the BDSM fetish or a piss fetish or some shit like that. They cannot get hard and they cannot orgasm without that happening to them. Versus where a sexual preference is something like, yo, I like to tie my bitch up, but I can still fuck her without tying her up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can still get off and you can still do it without doing whatever. And the one guy on there was like, I'm going to tell you my fetish. And it was tickling. Like tickling has to be involved in the foreplay at some point in time in the sexual thing.
Okay.
And if he doesn't get tickled, he can't bust a nut.
Damn.
And so, like, if you really break it down, like, that has to be a fetish for him, is a little bit of butt play just to get his rocks off. You know what I'm saying? He called him old Peggy Sue over there. He's fucking railed in the butt. He should just tell his girl to get a strap on. Why you bringing tranny bitches over? Just buy your girl a strap on. Let her fuck you in the ass. It's better. But, you know, there just must be some pleasure in it. He might like to be sucking on a little something, too. You know what I'm saying?
You're something else, bro. I don't be thinking about that shit.
I just think that's maybe what it is.
I don't want to think about anybody at my work sucking cock.
You ever be doing that, dude? I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
What?
I'm not gonna lie. I've had some. Obviously, some of the people I've worked with in the past and stuff before, or whatever. And sometimes you work with somebody that's of the opposite sexual preferences, And I just be sitting there sometimes. I'd be like, look at him, and be like, just be like, damn, like. You see, like, it's more along the worst lines of like when you see their partner, you're like, I wonder if he's the top or the bottom.
That's some sick.
And then you're like, oh, he definitely sucks dick. You never done some shit like that. You be thinking, you be like, damn, like I wonder what he does. Because I was at work at that factory that one time, and the girl literally one of the girls literally came up to us and she goes, yeah, I peg my husband all the time. And I was like, you be pegging your husband? She goes, yeah, he likes it. I'm like, she's like, he dresses up and everything like a woman and gets pegged.
Oh my
And then like
God.
when they tell you shit like that, you can't get it out of your head. So then I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, what the fuck? Like he be dressing up in a maid outfit and she be putting a purple strap on and start railing him or something. Like,
Ew.
you can't get that shit out of your brain. You be sitting there, you be racking yourself at work like, bro, fuck. Like, this is gross.
Well, she be at work thinking about them old grandmas. You'd be like, damn, I bet she be sucking cock.
I can't be doing that. I can't be doing that. I do be questioning myself when I know somebody's single. I'll be looking at them sometimes. I'll be like, yeah, you definitely get no dick.
Oh, yeah, you can always tell.
You'd be like, you got no sexual life. Oh,
Bitch
coming
ain't
in
getting
there.
no dick.
Coming in there angry all the time. Shit. But sometimes you find out some shit about people. You be talking to them and they spill the beans a little bit and you're like, damn, like, you low-key a freak. You know what I mean? Like, I never would have guessed that about you, but...
Bro, just like, you know who Nikki Glaser is? You know in every single one of her fucking comedy shit, she talks about how she likes getting fucked in the butt.
She likes getting fucked in the butt. If she's
says
open about it, who cares?
She loves it. She talks
I'm
about
open about it too. Anybody got me a question at work? I'll tell you straight up.
Like, hell yeah, I love to eat that ass.
I'm not one to hold back. Shit, bro.
Yeah, me.
I'll eat that ass 10 ways to Sunday. I don't care what's up with it.
What about after a fresh dump?
No, you can't. That's the problem. Like, there's a difference between my eating ass and Label's eating ass or so.
He likes to get pooped on.
That's what I'm saying. He don't mind a little bit of shit. Me and you, we mind a little bit of shit.
Yeah,
So
I
we
don't
like,
like
oh,
that.
you got that shit gotta be clean, either fresh out the shower.
Just like that TikTok where that girl's
Yeah.
like, when he puts it in the wrong hole and he says, "Oh, that's wet," and it's like, that's my shit right there.
No, I can't be doing that, man. Shit's not that. You ever, I don't want to bring that up. Never mind.
Just like you see that fucking episode of Shameless where Svetlana comes in when she's got that big fucking red dildo and it's hard, and she goes, "This is what you like, yes? You want this in your poop place?" He's like, "Put that shit away." Mickey. Well, you like this in your poop place? Some motherfuckers that you work with be liking it in their poop place.
Hey, it's whatever you enjoy,
Whatever
bro.
you like. We ain't
But, like-
judging over here.
But that's my thing, right? So speaking about Shameless, we're gonna touch on that because Mickey gets married, right, to her, or whatever, has a wife, but he's truly gay at heart. Do you think all married dudes that have a wife that's getting pegged by their wife are secretly gay? Or do you think they just like it in the ass? They like a little bit of anal pleasure.
That's what they like.
Did you ever watch? Did I tell you about the podcast segment where Tom and old Tom Segura and Bert they went to the sex shops and they got those vibrating anal plugs and they put them in during the podcast?
That's some weird shit. That's weird.
Bro, it was hilarious. I've never laughed so hard in my life.
Well,
No, they was enjoying it. They're like, this shit feels good, bro. Like it was some weird shit. Some people just are into some shit like that. You can't tell me no girls that ever tried to stick a finger back there, tickle your little spot a little bit. Nothing.
No,
Nothing.
never happened.
Not once.
Not once.
Never asked you to do it. Never said, hey, can I just touch it?
No. Seriously, no.
Damn. We gonna get real honest stuff on here.
Well, yeah, we are, but that shit ain't never happened to me.
I mean, I've been with a person or two that's maybe been like, let me just put the.
What if she's like, let me eat that fart box?
Oh, dude, I don't think I could let a girl eat my ass.
Yeah, me, that's
Bro, I just know how I be shit.
me too.
I'd be like, you don't want to go down there.
I got hella hair up in there.
There's been some times where I think I blown that thing out a time or two. I don't think it's the most prettiest thing ever.
You don't want to come around me about 8 a.m.
For real, bro. But no, I mean, there's been a time or two I hooked up with some girl. She was like, "You like a finger in the butt?" And I'm like, "No." I'm like, "No." And she's like, just a peek tip, something like that. So I will tell you though, it is enjoyable if you can just kind of push. You know, you don't have to insert your finger. Bro, I'll tell you, just try it.
I'm not trying it.
Just try it. Just take a little finger, you know how to do it, just put a little bit of pressure on it. Just like you
Big Crispy be fingering his butthole.
Don't be fingering.
He be fingering his butthole.
No, I cannot do it myself, but there is a couple times where I've been close to nutting, and a girl that I dated did that, and
She hit that prostate,
and it was enjoyable at some point in time. I don't like. That's the thing, though. Like, I feel like if you have something go in you, you want to feel like you want to shit it out, right? And I don't want that feeling. Like, when I have to shit, it's not an enjoyable feeling.
No, Nikki Glaser said she loves it. Feels like taking one of those good shits. That's what she said.
I've never had a shit good enough that made me feel like, oh, I can't wait to do that again.
Yeah, I remember in middle school, this kid goes, "Do you think gay people like shitting?"
What?
What is that?
The concept of it?
He said, "Do you think gay men like to shit?" I'm like, what? It's like, think about it. I'm like, kids, that's got to make sense, I guess. Ask those guys at work, be like, if you ever hear him say, "Oh, I can't wait to go take a shit."
Just walk up to him and be like, "Hey, I got a quick question for you. You like to take shit?" Be like, "What?" And then be like, no, just a serious question. You like to take a shit?
Like them poops where the turd's too big for your asshole and it hurts when it comes out.
Those are the worst.
You're like,
Bro, you ain't ever almost tear your shit. You gotta slow it up. You be trying to poop too fast, and it's like, oh, that's ripping. I gotta, you kind of gotta like suck it back up.
I don't know about that. It's coming out.
You know, you gotta take it slow, bro.
Motherfucker, you must be mega dumps.
You've never had that where you like. You would feel it and you're like, oh, this is too big. So you got to kind of like slowly get it out.
Oh, you got to pinch it off?
No, you got to pinch it off. But sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you got to like retract it. And then you got to just slowly like, it's just like getting a fucking watermelon through a fucking pinhole, bud. You just got to kind of lube it up. You got to not lube it up, but like you got to just take it slow, a little centimeter at a time.
Motherfucker, you should
be on the toilet for like 30, 40 minutes when those dumps happen. You just got to take it slow so you don't tear your asshole. That's the same concept.
Do you think porn star bitches that take it just straight up the butt all the time have trouble shitting or shit on themselves?
Sometimes, I think. Wasn't there that one porn star that like, what, the dude rammed in her ass too hard or something, and then like it broke her sphincter, and she couldn't control her shits anymore, and she had to wear diapers from then on out. Yeah, I don't understand the porn. How people be gaping their assholes the way they be gaping them.
I know what videos you be watching.
Bro, no, I don't be watching. You just be scrolling across porn.
And it's like this fucking big.
Yeah, this shit be like the size. Like they got a fucking, they got a wine bottle.
Like this?
Yeah, they got a bottle like a wine stuck in their ass or
It'd be
something.
like this.
You're like.
Like winking at you.
And then they pull that shit out and it doesn't like go back right away. Like it stays there and you're like,
you can fit a whole arm up that ass.
That's gross. How do you be stretching your ass like that?
Because they be getting fucked by 15-inch cocks.
that and they be making all those weird-ass dildos nowadays, those big dragon, the horse cocks. You see that shit? They be making them 4 foot long, fucking half a fucking foot wide horse cocks, and people be taking them.
Ooh, is that what you be using on yourself?
Women be taking them. Bro, we can't compete with that shit.
There's no fucking way, bro. There's
yes,
no
they
way.
be taking
They don't
that
take
shit.
the whole thing.
They take the whole horse cock.
They don't. No, they don't.
I'm telling you. You ain't never seen a bitch. You ever be scrolling through Pornhub back in the day and a bitch be fucking the bedpost or something? You can't tell me you never seen this shit across the internet. Bro, you, as much spend time as we discuss, as much time as we both be jerking off every now and then, you can't tell me you ain't seen some shit like that.
I don't be scrolling the whole page. I know exactly what I'm looking for.
Do you never get bored of just be searching?
No.
Sometimes I have to get up on there and I go, you know, this is the play. It goes, top videos of the week, open new browser tab. It goes, and then you go to your categories that you prefer. Mm-hmm. So you go amateur, teen, you know, like all that shit. You go down the row, like voyeur, blonde, you know, and you open all your tabs up, and then you go into the tab, and then you be scroll. This is my rule. 3 tabs minimum per category, right? listen. 3 tabs per category. And then you scroll through that video, you go to page 2. You know, you scroll through those list of videos, you go to page 3, and you pick out all the ones with interesting thumbnails. Are you a thumbnail person or you just read the title?
I read the title.
I was scrolling down. I watched the little video. You know how you can hover over it? You like click on it and the video starts previewing. Yeah. You preview the category and then you open it up. You know, you just be opening up those videos in a new tab, and then you go to your next category, and then you be opening the videos there. You go through your 3 pages and so on until you finished all your categories, right? Yeah. This is like an hour. This is like a 2 hour to 3 hour long.
Oh, how much time you got?
2 to 3 hour long thing at nighttime. That's why I be going to bed so late sometimes.
So apparently, that guy at work, somebody said that a boss came up in the fucking trailer one time and he's watching porn and he said, "Look how big that guy's cock is."
Okay.
Look at that. He'd be like, "Look at that."
He definitely is something special.
I guess somebody went up to him and said, "Bro, what the fuck are you doing? You can't be doing that shit. There's women around." Women walk by. "Look at that big cock." Like I said, one time I was doing some shit. This was a while back, a couple years ago. And I'm sitting there scrolling Twitter, and I'm leaning, and I'm turned around like this. And I'm like, somebody, he goes, "Why are you looking at porn at work?" I'm like, "I'm not looking at porn. This is Twitter." He goes, "You're a sick son of a bitch." I'm like, this is just all over the website. What you mean?
I can't be saying anything. I can't be looking at my TikTok sometimes at work.
I feel you. I can't hear.
But no, back on my thing before you interrupted me. You open up all your categories, 3 pages per category. You pick your videos out. You open them in new tabs. Then this is where the fun begins. You choose like a top... You got like a top 10 videos that you want to watch or something. I kind of go back through the list and I'll be looking at them and I'll be like, this kind of looks boring. Delete before I even play it. And then you narrow it down a little bit further. And then you play it and you go through like, you know, you just start skipping through. Kind of start skipping through the good shit. And you're just like, oh, okay, yeah, this is what I want to watch. And you do that until you find one that clicks. And then that's the video. You got to restart the video, and then that's the video you're being.
I got a real question. What dudes really be out there just watching videos of girls sucking dick
for no reason?
Yes, that's it. That's the video. I ain't watching that shit. I skip through that shit.
Yeah, you can. Nobody wants to.
Nobody
see that.
ever wants to watch.
Listen, it's either she's getting, you know, like it's either some lesbian shit, or you skip to the fucking. You don't be worrying about all that playful shit.
No.
You watch up to the point where she's taking her clothes off, and then once she starts going in to suck dick, that's when you skip that.
Yep.
You get to the fucking, and you either get your nut off, or you go on to the next video, and then you're like, okay, well, here we go.
Sometimes I be doing it like 4 or 5 times.
For videos? Or nothing?
No, but it's always to a different video.
You be jerking off, you jerk off, you nut, and then you was like, okay, next one. Then you go to the next video, jerk off again, nut. Oh, that's fucked up, bro. That's too much.
Hey, it doesn't happen all the time. Hope when I'm real bored.
You be beating off so much your meat get raw.
Yes.
I've been there a real bored day, and you're just like, you do it once, you do it twice, and you go to do it the 3rd time, and then after you finish nutting the 3rd time, you're like, God damn, my dick's a little bit sore.
Yup.
You're like, I gotta take a break.
We're some sick motherfuckers.
Nah, this is just
I hope my girlfriend's family don't ever listen to this shit.
this is just real honesty, bro.
Real honesty.
I mean, who doesn't want to be real on the podcast? Because you know what? There's motherfuckers sitting at home right now refusing to admit this, but they know it's funny and they know they be doing the same shit.
Yeah, they be doing the same shit.
Women too. Women be doing that too. Don't tell me you women don't get up on there and browse through videos like us. You be finding the right one and then you go be flipping the bean a couple times. Or, just searching through it. It happens. You ever try to... you ever been so desperate you try to make your jerk-off session luxury?
What the fuck? Can you explain to me what a luxury jerk-off session is?
Well, because sometimes you
Put
just...
Vaseline in the balloon?
No.
I just gave somebody an idea.
I did do that the one time in high school. you remember the old video that came out when we was in high school where you took the jar and you put the sponges in it and then you put the rubber glove or you put the
No.
rubber glove between the sponges.
You told me about this already, but no, I don't remember that.
Rubber glove between sponges, one sponge on bottom, one sponge on top, rubber bands holding the the sponges together. You put it inside a jar or a cup, you stretch the glove across the top of the cup, rubber band the cup, lubricate it, boom. Homemade pocket pussy. You never done that back in the day?
No, I've never used anything that's like a pocket pussy. I'd be willing to try.
Maybe that's what we should do just one day and be like, damn, just go to the sex shop and get a bunch of sex shit, just lay it out. And the podcast would just be like, touch it. Be like, what the fuck?
Like,
But no, like, you never had a session where you're like, okay, like, I got nothing to do today. I'm going to beat my meat, but I'm gonna make it luxury, bro. You kind of wine and dine yourself, You get a little bit of snacks or something. You get a little bit of drink in you. You lay out your bed. You get your pillows down. You pull up, you get on your bookmarks. You pull up one of your favorite videos.
oh yeah.
You get up on there and then you're like, all right. And then you kind of like, you don't just beat the meat, real fast. You kind of take it slow. You kind of, I don't know, whatever they call it.
I'm gonna beat my dick where the laptop at.
You kind of edge yourself, you know what I mean? Where you're like, just like a girl would do, like, she beats me a little bit, then kind of stops. Then beats me a little bit, kind of stops. Get close to nothing, kind of stop. You just be, you be going back. You don't just be fucking cranking done. That's not luxury. I want to enjoy myself. Sometimes, I really want that post-nut clarity. That's what I'd be looking for. You ever jerk yourself off so good, you get that post-nut clarity?
Oh, damn.
Like, you be up on Amazon looking at sex dolls, and you be like, damn, am I really about to spend $300? You be jerking off, and then you be
Am
like,
I really about to take that slut out tonight?
and then you be like, oh, I'm good. Never mind. Or you hit up a girl. I've done that before where I hit up somebody, like, trying to, like, see what's up, see if I come over. And then they hit me back and be like, yeah, what are you up to? You want to come over? And I'd be like, no. I just took care of it, actually. I'm sorry.
It's all good. I feel great.
I've been in that situation before, bro. You just kind of sometimes, you really got to get that. I wonder if women have post-nut clarity. Like men.
Probably.
Like they fuck somebody and then they like end up regretting it. They're like, I should have never done that.
God, I should have fucked that dumb son of a bitch.
Do you think that's how it is? That's how some of the bad bitches be hooking up with ugly ass motherfuckers.
I seen some fucking bitch on Facebook. She posted some shit like, I don't know exactly what it was, but she was like, Long Johnson men are the devil.
Why are they the devil? Because she know they be tempting her. That's just like what I was talking about.
Well, she's got a couple kids by two different daddies, so they must have tempted her real good.
That's what we was talking
Guess
about.
what? None of them daddies is around.
I'd make a joke, but I can't say that. I was gonna say, do you think they be like I was talking about with some people, they're just not used to it, and then they get so tempted that it's literally like one of them situations where they're so intrigued by it that they like lose control of their mind. It takes over their being. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that ever happened to you about some shit? You ever see something or, you come across something and it just like had such a strong gravitational pull on you that you're just like, I really got to find out what the fuck's going on here or else I can't function.
Kind of like how Kakalaki Hurricane is when he creeps outside to see what's going on. What's going on? Where y'all going?
You see the thing on her? I bet her husband treats her right. Some shit like that.
I like how in that one episode he said, I don't give a fuck if he's packing 8 inches of cock. I don't give a shit.
He don't give no fucks. That's how he ended up in some of the situations.
You ain't wrong.
I've never heard a man where he be fucking a woman and then her husband get mad at him because he can get hard and he's railing his wife. It's like, not my fault your dick can't get hard.
For real.
Like, bro, come on. That's why there's cucks and shit out there nowadays, because women be marrying these dudes that look good, but they can't fuck good, so they gotta have somebody else fuck them.
So I guess some ugly ass motherfuckers be slanging dick.
Shit. As long as you can lay it down, don't matter. Just like Frank Gallagher.
Bro, he be getting bitches.
Just like one of the what was it, the school episode when he's fucking all the PTA women or whatever, and then they all have to go to the gymnasium and they all got a disease.
Yeah, like, they found out the 2 dudes was fucking too. Everybody was fucking.
All the women come out and they're like, "Yeah, we all fucked Frank."
And then the one guy fucked his wife and then got it and then gave it to the other dude.
That shit is hilarious.
He's like, and Frank's like,
I don't know what you want me to do about it, bro.
tell me. The one woman's getting screwed and she's like, tell me how much money you made last year. He goes, I don't know. Like, how much did you pay in taxes? He goes, I don't have a job. He's like, oh!
What kind of car do you drive? I don't have one.
How much money did you make last year? I didn't work last year. Oh!
Some bitches just have a fetish for that, bro.
They like them blue collar men.
They like the bum. That ain't blue collar. That's straight bumming.
Bumming.
This like old boy. I don't understand how he gets so much pussy when he ain't be working. He ain't got no job, no responsibility. Sits at home, gets fucked up all the time, and be fucking bad bitches. It don't make no sense.
Hey,
girls be really down bad. We give some pussy to him.
Don't hate on the player. Don't hate on the player. Hate the game, motherfucker.
It just pisses me off. I'll be sitting there sometimes. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, he talk about 2 twin bitches just rolled up in the crib, and I'm like,
Big Crispy's like, what the fuck did I do?
You got holes in your wall. You got a trash pile 6 feet high. You fucking bottles all over your bed. And you got 2 twin bitches coming through. Shit, motherfucker can't do nothing right around here.
God damn, I know.
Maybe if I was just a bum motherfucker, I'd get some bitches.
I don't know about all that.
That's like what Chris.
Bro, I know motherfuckers that be doing that. They just be preying on lonely ass fat bitches, and they be trying to get a place to stay. I know motherfuckers that do that shit.
I will never fuck a bitch for a place to stay. I can't do it. I have too big of morals, man.
Hey, that's coming from a motherfucker ain't never had a place to stay.
I have. I've slept in my car for 2 weeks one time because I ain't had no place to stay.
Well,
I've done it, but I ain't.
You ever been flat broke and you're like, damn, I ain't no way I'm gonna get $2,000 for this deposit unless
I can't say nothing.
I am grateful enough to say my parents have always been there to bail me out if I ain't have a place to stay.
Well, that must be nice.
I guess. I mean, but that didn't mean I always took it. I went and stayed with them bitches instead.
Yeah. But no, I mean, like...
And the thing is, I didn't even tell nobody I was homeless.
Me neither, bro. When I was living in my car, this was my daily routine, bro, for those, 2 weeks. Wake up in the Walmart or the hotel parking lot, wherever I was sleeping that night. Get out, stretch. Go to the truck stop. Went to the truck stop, did whatever you had to do. If you got a shower or whatever, you do your thing. And then it was change. And then you went it was just whatever. I went to go play basketball, went to hang out, whatever, worked on my shit or went to work or something like that. You was really just doing what you got to do until, things are good. And then nighttime, it was rolling around. I had to go chill. The park, I went and charged my phone there. You really had to learn not to be on your phone a lot either, bro. Cause I need my alarm and shit. Yeah. And I'm like, oh man, I really need to charge my phone tonight. I can't let it die. Gotta have to plug it in up at the thing, unplug it. When the electric about to kick off at the park, you about to go chill. Roll up in there.
Bro, I don't even want to hear it, bro. Motherfucker label used to throw parties with no electricity.
Yeah, you had an apartment to throw it in. I had no apartment. Living out the back of the
no
car.
Heat or electricity, you might as well not have an apartment.
Sleeping in the back of the truck. Half my body in the truck, half my body in the back of the car. Shit was down bad, bro. That was down bad.
I remember, bro. West Virginia, I was living down bad, man. I was making $7 an hour. My whole 2 weeks paycheck was the rent, and I was only paying $3.95 a month.
That's so bad, bro. $3.95 and he's broke. How many hours was you working?
Too goddamn many.
And you was only making threes. That's so bad.
About 400, about 450.
Damn, bro. You can't even buy you a drink. You had to go bum a drink.
Hey, I made it work.
Yeah, I
was drinking on 4 Locos and Cobras, motherfucker.
and then God blessed you with a fucking beer truck driver that just got slaughtered in an empty beer truck, just full for the college students to go raid.
Damn straight, they was pissed too. You know what the funny thing about that story is? They was giving some free beer to employees, and we walked over there across the street and goes, "What happened to all the beer that was in that truck?" They're like, "Somebody stole it." We're like, "Damn, lucky motherfuckers, huh?"
Knowing damn well you got 3 pallets in your crib now.
Fridge is stacked. We were selling cases to people. We had motherfuckers rolling up, buying it.
You imagine that? Imagine the cops breaking down your house because they thought it was a trap house, and it's just you with a fucking bunch of beer, selling beer to college kids, and be like, "What the fuck? How are we supposed to arrest them for this?"
They'd find a way.
Oh well, yeah, they probably accuse you of selling to underage people or some shit.
We probably did.
We probably don't give a fuck.
I think we sold it to a couple high school kids. We charged them $10 a case instead of $5.
Damn, you could have been making more money.
We made $600.
Yeah, but I mean, shit, they was selling them cases for $18.99 in the
Heineken's
store?
and Strong. It was Heineken's, Strongbow apple ciders. I think that's it. It was just Heineken's and Strongbow apple ciders.
Bro, that shit had to been $17, $16,
Heineken's
$20
expensive
a case.
as fuck.
I would have been selling that bitch for higher than $5 and $10. But I guess if you're selling it to the broke college
we got it for free.
True, but still, I mean, there's a profit margin.
I paid
there.
my rent that month off the fucking Strongbow apple ciders.
You just go into every motherfucking class, you go, "Hey, I got the hookup on beer if you need it."
You know what's the scummiest shit ever? When I was working at Nasty's there for a little bit, there was this Mexican dude named Luis, and every night this motherfucker would get 3 racks of ribs.
3 racks to himself?
3 racks of ribs to himself. 3 big ass racks. And then finally they're like, the fucking boss comes in. He goes, where the fuck are all the ribs going? This is a lot of money. He was taking about 12 racks a week. You know how expensive that shit is.
Yeah, but how was he? So he was basically...
But
wasn't he charged them for the right amount of price?
No, he was taking them for free. He was stealing the joint.
Oh, he worked there too?
Yeah, he was cooking.
Oh.
So sometimes I would make myself some free meals, but I didn't make anything. You know, I'd take some wings or something, stuff like that.
Yeah, but you were probably allowed to. You probably had like $7 or something. Like you know.
Yeah, they didn't give a shit.
A small meal.
I would just, eat mess ups and stuff like that. He would fucking make him fucking platter meals, 3 platter meals, and take them home every night.
Did your boss end up finding out?
Hell yeah, because I told him. And he fired his ass.
You're a dick, bro. You covered for him. He was like, yeah, Louise been cooking up all them ribs.
Because he was like, what is going on with the ribs? Why are we so short on ribs? Like, I'll tell you. I'll tell you exactly. And he started checking the cameras, and he seen it. He's like, oh, hell no, he's costing me $50 a day.
Damn. I'd have been like, can I get a bonus? You gonna compensate me?
I ain't gonna lie. When I used to work at fucking that diner,
yeah,
we had steaks. I would cook me up a big New York strip steak with mac and cheese, mashed potatoes and gravy. It was all homemade shit, too. It was good as fuck. I'd make me a big-ass fucking plate filled to the top rim. Take it home every day. And finally, they're like, can't be taking a fucking steak every day. I'm like, I'm only making $7 an hour. Fuck you.
Motherfucker, it's hard out here for some.
Yeah, it's hard out here. I wouldn't even buy groceries, bro. I would literally just eat there every day.
I mean, might as well if that's what you can do. If you can fulfill your needs and,
one time
sit there and not have to worry about eating.
I overslept for work and my motherfucking boss was fucking knocking on my door.
At the diner?
Where the fuck you at? What are you doing? You got to be at work. My motherfucker, you're making a more short staff right now.
That's funny as fuck, bro, that he showed up. I would have hit him with that. Bitch, you just had 2 hookers and cocaine in there the other night. Fuck you. I overslept 20 minutes. Who gives a shit?
I take that back. I think I was making like $600 every 2 weeks or something like that, which ain't shit.
Not really, no.
Hell no.
You really don't realize how much bad you was making when you was in high school and stuff until you start making good money.
Hell yeah.
And you start having money to do things. Back in the day, you used to spend money on something you shouldn't have bought, and then you used to be really broke, and you're like, fuck, man, like I don't know what I'm gonna do. My account's in the negative, like. Yeah, I'm fucked for the week.
Well, bro, in West Virginia, I had this PNC account, and I fucking overdrew that shit $800, and I just never used it again.
They had to come after your ass.
They ain't come after my ass. I think it was because it was a student bank account.
Oh yeah, because they have overdraft protection.
Shit, I bounced out of I bounced out of a fucking lease for 3 months. Didn't pay the rent on that.
Jesus,
they were saying I needed to pay them $3,000 for them to release my transcripts. I'm like, looks like I ain't ever going back to school.
That's so fun.
They never sent it to collections either.
That's weird.
And it's been what?
Years.
I'm
gonna laugh. The podcast blows up. Some motherfuckers gonna hear this, and the next thing you know,
that pedophile Bob's probably gonna come after me for that back rent.
A demand letter comes in the mail for Christian.
They don't know where I'm at. They don't know what state I'm from.
That's true. I guess maybe they just have so many issues with college kids that they just don't even care.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that has to be a popular thing. So, like, eventually they're just like, you know what? Fuck it.
Fuck it. We done made our money off this.
Yeah,
we've been charging them $400 a month rent each, and the house is paid for. So,
that is real some scum or shit. That's where, if you got to buy property, you have to buy it on campus.
Hell yeah.
But then you also have to worry about them damaging it because it's college kids.
That's why you got to rent it to bitches. But bitches be fucking
They
shit
be
up
dirty too. too,
Bitches are
motherfucker.
dirt. I know they're
You
dirt.
don't remember that fucking apartment we went to up there?
Oh my God, that bitch was gross.
That bathroom was disgusting.
Bitches are nasty, bro. You ever been in a frat house?
Yeah.
Oh my
but
God. Piss all
that's
over the
just
floor.
as bad. That is literally, some girls live just as bad.
If not worse.
Like, this is my thing, right? Because usually, honestly, like, if you ever, obviously, we've been with women or whatever and gone in the rooms and shit. But if you look at most of women's rooms that are dirty, 90% of the times it's clothes. You know what I mean? It's just clothes scattered everywhere. Like, they're not really good at doing their laundry. But, or, their bathroom might be a little bit messy with all their makeup and shit.
My girl's pretty clean, actually.
But you don't ever see, like, food and fucking cans and shit, everywhere.
Yeah,
like
that's some men
That's
shit.
men shit. But if you look at women, it's mostly like clothes and makeup and, their products or whatever. That's usually how they be dirty.
Yeah.
So, we can't really fault them, but, I've walked into some people's houses.
Let's talk about what's your room looking like right now.
It's not horrible. I have clothes in the one corner. That's about it, though. But I pile all my dirty clothes there, and then I take them down and wash them. That's how I do. Usually, like, every weekend I do my laundry, or whatever. Sometimes it's like during the week I'll do it, but I usually just throw clothes on the laundry basket in the corner.
I'm a pretty messy.
And then when the laundry basket gets full, I take it down.
I'm a pretty messy motherfucker. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, you know what my biggest thing is, though? I honestly hoard. I'm like a water bottle hoarder every now and then. I'll have like 10, 20 water bottles in my room, and I'm like, I gotta throw these motherfuckers away, bro. Because I be drinking bottled water all the time.
You had 3 or 4 in your car.
Yeah, because I don't know, like, the water here sucks, bro. So like,
yeah, I feel you.
So
I drink bottled water,
and
too.
they're always empty. It's always empty. Like, I don't leave any half full or nothing, but it's like they're empty. And then, like, I don't have a trash can in my room. I probably should. So I just put them all on my nightstand. And then my nightstand's got like 10 water bottles on it. And then I'm like, I gotta throw these bitches away. But it's not like they're laying on the ground and I'm stepping on them or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, thankfully, it's not that fucking bad. Like, some motherfuckers. You ever been in your friend's house and you walk in their friend's house and they're like, sit down, and you're like, I'm good.
Bro, I've been in some dirty ass motherfucking houses with dog shit all over the floor.
Oh, that's disgusting.
I can't stand that shit.
Some people just really be letting their shit go.
People don't give a fuck.
Do you see, now that's my thing. When you get married, right? And it seems like every time it's hard to find a married couple or to find a couple that lives shitty like that. Like, disgustingly dirty.
Then the girl ends up doing all the shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it usually, in a type of relationship like that, if someone is dirty, somebody else picks up the slack and cleans it up, right?
That's what's going on in my relationship.
You can't both be fucking messy, because then it'd be real down bad. You'd be like, this place is disgusting. Someone gets frustrated.
I'm just like, I don't know. I slack sometimes, but like, I hate when the kitchen's dirty. But like, I'm one of those type of people, like, I'll kind of put something off. Be like, I don't really feel like cleaning that today. I'll clean it, tomorrow or the next
Are
day.
you the type of person that needs to do dishes every night?
We don't have a dishwasher.
Yeah, but you wash it by hand, right?
Yeah. So we cook one meal, the fucking sink's full.
Yeah, so are you doing them every night, all the time? Like, every time after you cook a meal, you eat, and then you instantly go to wash dishes?
No, I don't like doing that shit, because I most of the time.
See, I have the big argument with people is like, motherfucker, like, I know people that have to do the sink has to be empty, the fucking counters have to be clean.
That's the way I grew up. That's how we always did it. Like, we had to do all the dishes after dinner. But that's some family type shit, though. Like, once you have kids, somebody cooked, like, say if mom cooks, dad needs to put the shit away or whatever, and little Billy needs to wash the fucking dishes, or little Billy needs to put the food away and dad needs to wash the dishes.
I get
you know what I'm saying?
That point. But some motherfuckers, like, I hate when you cook and then you have like one pan, because sometimes I'll be cooking and there'd be like one pan. You know what I mean? Like, you have one pot and you have one plate, or you have two plates, and motherfuckers be like, you need to do those dishes. And I'm like, The dishes don't have to be done every fucking day. I hate that. If there is not enough dishes, you shouldn't have to, you know what I mean? It's okay to leave a dish in the sink till tomorrow. It's not going to hurt nothing. You know what I mean? There's a difference, though, between leaving your dish in the sink with shit all over it and putting the dish in the sink semi-clean. You know what I mean? Because if you wash off the dish and you put it in there, then it's like, okay, you know, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
But if you just be leaving food stuck to it to where it like crust and
See,
shit.
that's the thing. Like, I don't ever really leave food. My thing is I'll leave beer cans, and it makes my girlfriend mad. There was one, when I was living in my parents' crib downstairs, I'd have fucking 50 beer cans on top of the fucking.
Well, that's also because you just was not giving a shit.
Yeah, you're right.
You was just working hard and then wanting to come home and drink, pass out, and then go back to work the next day.
Pretty much.
There
I
wasn't
didn't
nothing else
have
to
a
it.
girlfriend. I wasn't doing shit. I was literally just working and chilling.
Girlfriends really be fucking, you know, you get a girl or a girl comes over, you turn into like Superman cleaning shit and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, damn, you want to come over? Shit, give me about 2 hours. Let me fucking make sure this house is spickety clean, bro. And that's, I mean, I guess it's whatever.
You gotta
And
make
then you
it-
get in a relationship and then you just get lazy and then you're like, whatever.
Yeah, you get in a
Like,
relationship. Then
she
you
don't
start
care.
eating shit food, start gaining a little bit of weight.
That what happened?
I didn't really gain that much weight, but
I always love those relationships though, where you see, I don't know about you, I seen some girls from high school, they used to be the skinniest motherfuckers, and now I see them and I'm like, oh, you done got married and you guys both let yourself go a little bit.
oh yeah, I mean, it kind of happens to most people. Well, or what'll happen is like you'll get in a relationship, get married, you'll let yourself go, and then all of a sudden you're like, yo, we need to chill out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We gotta lose this weight back again. That's just how. Once you're married, I feel like you get married, and that's kind of what happens for a couple years, and then you're like, oh shit, like we got to get back to our old selves again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel it though. I mean, shit. Could be worse.
Be way worse. Let's just take a quick commercial break.
Hey, we can take a quick commercial
Yeah,
break.
we'll be right back.
I need a little bit of water anyways. My
Yeah,
mouth's
me-
fucking dry.
Me too.
We'll be right back,
babe.
And we're back.
We back. So, I just got a little something to talk about with you. So
Hear it.
so I got this family member.
Family member.
I got
okay?
this family member. This happened a very long time ago when he was about 24, 25. He was in a bar, right?
24, 25, all right?
In a bar, and some girl was in there drinking. He ended up, talking to her, rendezvousing with her.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, they was banging in the back of the car. Come to find out, old girl was only 16 years old. So the parents found out about it, came, and now he's a sex offender to this day. Hey, what do you think about that?
How the bitch get in the bar to be drinking in the first place?
That's what he tried to argue. She had a fake ID.
Listen, if some bitch, I was messaging some bitch, and she was telling me, oh, blah, blah, blah.
I'm 19.
She was 19, 20 or some shit like that. Or you found, because people be scamming people, dating apps or some shit. If some bitch told me that, and then I went and hooked up with her or something, and then later on down the road found out that she was under the age of 18.
Like 14.
I would be fucking pissed, bro. I'd be like, bitch, you lied to me.
Next thing you know, you see on her Snap story, I can't wait to go into my senior year.
I'd be messaging that bitch like, what? Senior year of college?
No.
Nah, high school. What do you mean senior year of high school? 3 years ago or 2 years ago, you was just fucking 20 years old or, 20 years old. What the fuck you mean?
What, you Benjamin Button aging backwards? Shit.
Oh, man. Bitches be sneaky, bro.
All that just for a little dick.
And she probably been doing that to multiple people.
Some
That's
motherfuckers don't be
That's my
caring.
thing. If a girl is willing to fuck somebody, like a girl hits you, I'm like, oh yeah, I just like older men or whatever.
You can like older men when you turn 18,
Yeah, I'm
bitch.
18, I'm 19, I'm 20. And then she fucks them and then find out. You know how many dudes that a person could have done that to?
There ain't no telling.
if she's willing to do it to one, she's probably willing to do it to multiple.
Oh, yeah.
And how many times has that happened? And what in the right mind made her go tell her parents, like, yo, I was fucking this dude in a bar. Like, if I was her parents, I'd be.
Well, apparently,
I'd be
we
getting
got
those
a
tubes tied.
scummer friend that was apparently banging a whole bunch of underage girls.
Nah.
That's the word up on the street. Oh, and it's his birthday, too. Happy birthday.
I remember that time we was over at the crib and, somebody he's like, I'm going to go get the gun. Over a fucking 16-year-old girl across the street.
He got her Instagram, too. He started messaging her.
Can't be doing that, bro.
But he was fucked up. I get it. And he didn't know how old she was, so.
But
I mean, she was pretty young looking.
Yeah, that's the problem, though. Like, the people this is my problem, right? It's, if you are in a situation where somebody tells you exactly how old they are.
And you're like, I don't
and
give a
it's
fuck.
True. Yeah, if you tell them I don't give a fuck, then you're a scummer. If, like, they're like, oh, I'm 16, and you're like, I don't care. Use a pedo.
Yeah, use a pedo.
But if somebody lies to you, then you can be like, okay.
But how do you prove that, And
you can't. What are you going to do? Every girl you're going to hook up with, make sure she shows you
what
photo
I'm saying
ID?
is she could be like, yeah, I'm 19. And then after it goes down, she's like, I told him I was 14. You know what I'm saying?
I'd be fucking raging.
Hey, bitches.
I'd be like, what am I supposed to do? Show up to her house with a fucking affidavit, whatever, document, and be like, I need a picture of your driver's license, social security card, all this shit before I can sleep with you. You got to do that with every single girl you go to have sex with?
Fuck no.
Exactly. People be scummers, bro. They really be scummers.
I guess.
And use a true scummer if you're out there fucking people and you're under the age of 18 and you're lying to them. Because then you're the bad person at that point.
That shit's been going on for centuries.
Yeah, but isn't that fucked up?
It's very fucked up.
You think women do be doing that? They they be seeing somebody that they fancy, like maybe you're chilling in the neighborhood or something and you see a dad that you like or a mother, I don't know if you ever done that shit where you see like a MILF and you're like, oh shit, like I need to hit her up. She's single or something.
Yeah. So
you kind of just bump it, you just kind of bump into her out in public one day. Kind of get to chit chatting, and she'd be like, "Oh, like, who are you? How old are you? Blah blah blah." You just be making up some stories, some shit. I'm 20-something years old. Yeah, I work here. Blah blah blah. She not be knowing what's going on, and then you fuck, but then you're really 17 years old and in high school.
Oh my god.
Some people be doing that shit.
I know.
You got to make up stories, and people be fucked up for doing it.
Very fucked up.
Scumbags, bro. Scummers. I mean. If you were in that situation, what would you do?
There's really nothing you can do. Be like, I was lied to.
I was slacking, you lost. But that's the problem. Like, we've talked about it many times, right, before, how females are looking older and older.
Yeah.
By the day. You see somebody on TikTok, you see somebody on the internet, and you're like, damn, like, how old is that person? And then it turns out they're like fucking 15. And you're like, oh, I feel bad. Like, I feel bad for even thinking about that now. And you're like, whoa, what the fuck? How are these 15 years old looking like they're 21? First off, whose 15-year-old parents are letting them dress like that? That's where that starts. And then they be out, shaking ass on TikTok. And you got to be like, God,
Shaking
please. You're fighting, just like that TikTok said, I'm fighting for my place in heaven every day in this app. Every time you get up on that app, you're fighting for your place in heaven.
Oh my God.
Cancer.
God damn.
That was a fucked up video, but that shit had me dying. I was rolling when I seen that shit. Oh, man.
That's some fucked up shit.
That's one of those memes where I had to second guess who I sent it to. I was getting ready to send it to people, and I'm like, I don't know if this person's comedy is like their sense of comedy is this dark.
They're gonna be like, oh my God.
You don't want to send it to somebody and then they just stop messaging you in general.
What a piece of shit.
For real. Like, you're fucked up, bro.
You're a real piece of shit.
So you gotta like second guess your guy, like, oh man, maybe I just don't send this. It was kind of one of them deals, bud. One of them deals. What?
I just got to think about how I had this old roommate. He was nerdy as hell. and he had this girlfriend he was obsessed with. And he went back to his hometown, found out she was fucking bitches.
She was lesbian the whole time?
I think he turned her lesbian.
Oh, he was fucking her?
I don't know if he's
Or
ever,
he was trying to fuck her.
He was trying to. They had been dating a year and a half. She didn't want to fuck. Then she shaved off all her hair and
She was going through it, bro. She was questioning her identity.
So we took all our photos and burned them. Something else.
Was he down bad with it? He took it pretty hard.
He was down bad.
Oh man, if I can't say nothing. My fucking
that motherfucker. Y'all broke his chair.
Oh. Hey, that was not me. That was old Billy Butt Cheeks.
That was old Billy Little Dick.
Yeah. I was telling that story the other day when we walked up to the Lion's Den, and I can't believe he asked that fucking girl that. That poor lady behind the counter looked so like she thought he was legit fucking with her.
He was being dead ass serious.
And he was like, I need them extra small condoms. These ones are small enough. You got anything less? She's like, if you're gonna joke, you can just get the fuck out. Like what the fuck? And he's like, I'm being dead serious. Like I'm not fucking playing with you. Like this is a legit question. And you could just tell she was just like, you poor bastard.
God, you poor bastard.
He was like, it's like a 2-inch pinch, bro. He's like, it's one of them things. It's like I get 3 strokes in and then I'm nutting. I was like, damn, bro, that's some fucked up shit.
That's horrible. I feel bad for him.
Just like somebody's ex, They got, just a little tiny, 1 inch.
That would suck.
What are you supposed to do when you're in a relationship with somebody?
Couldn't even hit it from behind.
Bro, if you can't even get your dick in your girl from any position because it's too small, you down bad.
Down bad.
You imagine that shit? You be hooking up with the girl, she goes, put it in doggy, and you be like, I can't.
Oh, there ain't no way. I can't even get in between them butt cheeks.
Bro, that's fucked up. Because sometimes that be happening. You got to spread the cheeks a little bit, if you've been there when you been fucking a girl and it's like shit. You got to, to get access, sometimes you got to part it a little bit. Sometimes. So you can make sure you can hit it right. But I mean, shit, if you
start hearing that,
if you go to put it in and she goes, "Is it in yet?" and use it, you might.
Then you down bad,
down bad, bro. If some bitch did that to me, I'd get up, I'd cry, I'd start crying, I'd pack my shit and be like, "Fuck you, bitch!
Fuck you, bitch! Somebody'll love you someday."
I'm out of here. I ain't deal with this shit. You just put me down.
Don't be bringing no hard dick motherfuckers in here.
You better not bring no hard dick motherfuckers in my house.
I don't give a shit. He's packing 10 inches of cock.
Oh, down bad.
Down bad.
I'm telling you though, dude, if somebody did that to me, I'd be losing it. I'd be losing my shit. Be like, fuck you, bitch.
I think cock is such a funny word.
Cocky. Why?
I don't know.
Is it just because the way certain people use it?
Just like that one neighbor, I ain't going to say his name. We was watching football and he goes, look at those big dicks they got in their pants. I'm like, he's like, look at them big dicks. You can see the outline of those tight football pants. I'm like, you're a fucking weirdo.
Oh, God.
God damn. I hate to go through your fucking internet history.
I want to hang out with that neighbor. No.
Dude, I had that one roommate. I went through his iPad history.
He told me that he was like, I learned never to go through somebody's shit.
Hell no. Frat boy gets fucked. I'm like, oh no. Oh no.
You think he was secretly looking at that iPad? And you'd be coming home drunk one night and you'd just be like, tonight's the night. He's got his lube all ready. He's like, come on, Christian. Just come crawl in my bed.
I gotta beat the shit.
Come crawl in my bed. What would you do if he did some shit like that? If he was like, you came home and he was willing and ready, waiting for you, like, I want you to fuck me.
Oh, you're a sick.
Would you beat his ass?
I'd probably kill him. I'd probably grab a fucking frying pan and beat the shit out of him. He had a bunch of charges, him and the landlord. They was probably butt fucking each other. He never came after him for rent. He was like 36, didn't have a job. I'm like, this motherfucker's butt fucking for rent.
Probably was, bro. No, we was talking about that too, about the going through people's phones things. And I was like, I'll never go through a bitch's phone.
Get your feelings hurt real quick.
Because I see all those fucking memes, bro. And it was like, I went through the bitch's phone. I've been in the corner with a bottle of Hennessy for 3 weeks straight.
Hell no.
Crying her eyes out, fucking sitting in the shower.
I don't think my girl's got shit on her phone.
No, I mean, I trust, if I'm in a relationship, I should trust you enough not to have to, you know what I mean? You really have to be untrustful to go through somebody's shit, you know what I mean? Like, you have to really be speculating on something that person's doing versus, like, if it was me, I'd be like, okay, I can trust you. Now, after finding out, obviously, someone was cheating and shit, and she was like, what, you just want to go through my phone? And I'm like, well, if you're offering, sure, let me go ahead and look at it. And then it was like, oh, no, I'm not going to let you do that. And I'm like, okay, then don't fucking say some shit like that. Because you know I was going to find some shit. You know what I mean? I love that. When a motherfucker tries to put, they offer it up thinking you're going to say no. And then you be like, yeah. And then they be like, oh, no. You be like, because they're caught red-handed. That's how they try to get out of the lie.
Just like that shit where you see the memes where the girl's like, it ain't about the size of the dick, it's the motion of the ocean, or size of the boat, it's the motion of the ocean. Then you go up in that history and you go up in that history, it's like big white cock. Like, God damn it. That bitch. Or you tell your girl, I love your little booty, baby. Then you go up in the porn industry, it's Latina big booty bitches. You know how I feel about some Latina big booty bitches.
Oh, fuck. That should be true. That should be true.
I plead the fifth.
I like your little beast. I like your little big bee stage, tig old bitties. Tig old bitty goth girls. Shit. Don't get me started. Can't be doing no shit like that, bro.
Like, I can't think about that shit all the time with Dave Chappelle, that skit, and he's up there all the sand. And they're like, did you have sex with that woman? Filth! Filth! I plead the filth!
Bro, I can't. I've been there where I've done it with somebody that I didn't want anybody to know to find out. Like, bro,
Yeah.
I gotta keep this one a secret, bro.
There was this one time, bro. I was talking to this one bitch, and I knew she was a little bigger, and I was fucked up drunk. And well, she came and picked my ass up. So right, we get back to her apartment. We're in her room. Right, we're just laying there watching TV, and I was totally sitting there thinking, oh my God, I've made a grave mistake. I have made a terrible mistake. And this bitch, she looks at me, right? She goes, are we going to have sex or not? And I said,
just straight up out the blue?
Yes, straight up. She said,
was you sitting like, okay. Was she under the covers and you was like laid on top of him? And your clothes
yes, exactly how it was. And she said, are we going to have sex or not? And I'm like, oh, I don't really know. And she goes, if you're not going to have sex with me, can you at least eat my pussy? Yes. I sat there and I said, I'm going to just need you to take me home.
She was, was she pissed?
She was very pissed.
Why? Damn. How late was that?
About 1 o'clock in the morning.
She was hoping she was going to get some.
I made a grave mistake.
mistake. Just kind of like that grave mistake. You walked out the one time. He was like, we was all chilling, you know. You was in the room with you know who during that one night, and we all chilling in the living room, and all of a sudden I hear the door open. And I'm like, what the fuck? That was quick. Come back, you know, I'm looking down the hallway, and I just see Christian walking down with his head held down. He's shaking his head, and he's just like, comes up to me. You legit like grab me by the shoulder. You're like, bro. Bro, Tyler, I can't do it. What do you mean you can't do it? Her pussy smells so fucking bad. The whole room is stinking right now. And I'm like, no. Like, he was like, bro, go back there and take a whiff. He like sneak back to the room, and I'm like, the door's still kind of cracked. And you're like, oh, 1 second, I'm just grabbing something to drink. And I'm like, oh. That's like, abort. Abort. You go back in there. You go have to put your panties back on. We're going to have to take you home.
What is my brightest moment?
That was so fucked up.
Well, I've made some terrible mistakes.
Oh, dude, I've been there. Oh, it's okay. I remember, did I tell you about this story? This is what here we want to talk about grave mistakes. This is a grave mistake. I'll admit this story. I don't think I admitted this story to anybody. This is a story I've buried for a long time. So this is gonna be
I can't wait to hear this.
So this is when we was back in I think this was either it was either before or after the baby. I don't remember. I think it was after. And I think it was when she was still living with Hannah and me and Hannah was split up. I was talking to this girl on, I think it was either Meet Me or something, one of those websites.
Oh, what is up with you and all the goddamn apps, bro?
It's one of those. And I was talking to this girl, and she lived all the way out in, what the fuck is that place? Chill Coffee. And I met this bitch, drove all the way to my house, got there at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I was from Chill Coffee.
What happened?
Let's say, okay, she got there. I could have been on the show Catfish. I could have been on the show Catfish. This bitch was not the bitch that was on the profile. And I was like, fuck. And she just drove 2.5 hours.
To give some of that big crispy dick.
To give us some big crispy dick. And I was like,
did you give it to her?
I was like,
did you give it to her, you sick son of a bitch? We need to call up Neve.
Let's just say I did not go to bed that night.
It was that bad?
It was no. Like, I fucked her shit. I did all the dirty things I would normally do to a bitch. And I was up. We fucked probably like 4 times.
Damn.
Stayed up the whole night. And then she was like, we didn't sleep. And then it was like, I think it was like 10 in the morning or something at this rate, 11. We went out to the living room and she's like trying to make out with me. And I'm like, you know what I mean? This is when the regret starts setting.
Oh boy. Like,
and you got to remember, I was
grave mistake.
I was still living with who at the time. I was still living with at somebody's house.
Oh.
And they was up at the lake, and I was like, I have to make up a story to get this bitch out. I have to. She thinks she's gonna stay and hang out and come.
Oh God.
She was like expecting to stay to the day because I told her her profile. I wouldn't mind hanging out with that bitch for 2 days, but this bitch there ain't no way. So I had to come up with an excuse. We're sitting there cuddling on the couch or whatever. And the whole time, like, she's trying to talk to me and, like, whatever. And I'm just laying there, like, pissed. I'm like, why did I fuck this bitch?
What she look like?
Bro, she was fat.
How fat?
Tall. Big.
Big.
Butch haircut.
Oh.
Curly short hair with glasses.
Oh, no.
It was not.
You're describing
No
Porky
neck.
the pig. Oh.
No fucking neck, bro. She had no neck.
You fucking fucked the porker.
And I was like, I'm sitting there and I'm contemplating. I'm running through scenarios in my head. She thinks we're gonna go get lunch.
Oh yeah,
And
I
I'm
bet she did.
I'm like, I'm not going to get lunch with this bitch. And I'm thinking in my head, like, fuck. Like, what do I do? What do I do? So I made an excuse. And like I text my mom, I was like, I need you to call me. Act like it's emergency. I was like, don't say what it is. I was like, I'm just in a situation. I need to get out of it. I relied on my own mother to bail me out
She was fine with
of a cafe. She didn't know what the situation was. I didn't tell her. I just said, I'm in a situation. I need you to bail me out. You know what I mean? Just send me a text. So she texts me or she calls me or whatever. And she's like, blah, blah, like, we're coming on the way home. An emergency happened or something. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, I had her on speakerphone. I hang up the phone. I was like, damn, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to go home. She goes, you're really going to make me drive all the way back to Chill Coffee after I just drove here a couple hours ago? Like, obviously, because she got there, you know, it hasn't even been like 10 hours or so. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm truly sorry that I made you drive all this way. But I was like, you got to go. You can't be here. Like, that's like, you just can't do it. And she was pissed off. She left mad. And she was like, well, I'll just fucking text you when I get home or whatever. And I blocked that bitch. As soon as she left the house, I locked the doors. I blocked that bitch on everything. And I went and I scrubbed down my body. I felt like the dirtiest man alive. I was scrubbing my dick with things I don't think I was supposed to be putting on my dick. And I was like, oh, I got to get this shit off. Like, I just feel gross. I feel gross. Like, I went to bed. I changed my bed sheets. I took my bed sheets off. I took the pillowcases off. Talk about some post-nut clarity, bro. I was fucking going through it. I threw everything down, did laundry, and I went to bed. I slept on the couch. And I remember waking back up, and this bitch somehow added me on Snapchat. I forgot my Snapchat was linked to my onto my profile or whatever. And she had my Snapchat. She has me on Snapchat. She goes, I tried to message you on Facebook Messenger. Why'd you block me? And I was like,
Oh, it's just been doing that to everybody today.
I was like, well, let's see here. You're not who you said you were. Blah, blah, blah. And she goes, this is exactly why I made a catfish profile. Because no dudes love me for what I actually look like. And you just used me for sex. If you didn't want to fuck me, you could have just said so. And I would have went back home. She goes, I'm so sick and tired of driving 2 hours for pieces of shit like you. And I was like, damn, bitch. Like, I'm sorry you feel that way, but you shouldn't be catfishing motherfuckers either. Because, like, come the fuck on, girl. Like, if you would have just told me what you look like, I would have told you not to come. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to fuck you.
Oh, my God. The Bengals are moving the fuck
Did they literally
off.
just win?
Yes.
The clock's at 0?
Yes.
Holy shit.
The Bengals just fucking won, bro.
Beat the everybody in Bengals fans are probably raging right now. Jesus, they're going to be in the divisional playoffs, huh?
This is the divisional.
Oh, well, they're going to be in the
AFC Championship. Fuck.
What do you mean, fuck?
Hey, I wouldn't be mad they won a Super Bowl.
I wouldn't, but that's shocking. That's fucking wild, bro. They played a bad game today, though. It was kind of a really...
Why the fuck Joe Burrow got to get everything? Fucker, man.
No. Is that a fucked up thing to do to somebody, though? This is my question. Was it fucked up for me to still fuck her? Should I just send her back home? I was also in that mood where I'm like, man, I was really just wanting some pussy.
I mean, I don't think it was wrong of you to fuck her, but I think it was wrong of you to block her. If you knew you was gonna do that shit, you shouldn't have fucked her. You should at least, like an old wise man used to say, just say, I'm just really looking for a friend.
But that was my issue, bro. Like that was the problem. Is like it was one of those hate fucks. You know, you ever been mad at somebody and you fucked the shit out of them and you're mad at them? I know you've been in that situation where you fucked the shit out of them and you're mad at them. I was mad at this bitch for catfishing me, but I was going. It was like a hate fuck. But like, let me tell you, bro. This is where I can speak on this. Them bigger girl. I don't want to say that because I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be offensive to anybody that's listening to this that may be of that size. Because not all.
Bro, last episode, you said Make-A-Wish Foundation. I think we're past that.
Of the bigger girl preference.
Okay.
With now, this is not the only big girl I've been with. The other one was kind of
motherfucker.
consensual.
You've been with
No, not quite a few. The other one was consensual. This, there was 3 actually. Now that I'm remembering the story, I don't want to tell that story. That story's never coming out, that one. But this story.
What's up with you and the big grave, literally big grave mistakes?
2 of them. But this, now I feel like a label.
He said, if she ain't 250, she ain't for me.
No, fuck no. Oh my God.
If you don't gotta lift that stomach up, it ain't for me. That's how you know that you shouldn't be doing it.
Listen,
You gotta lift that shit up. No, hell no.
the big women, bro. Like, I don't know what it is. You can literally do anything, touch them in any sort of way, and they start screaming and hooting and hollering.
Because they don't know when they're going to get it again.
You be sucking on the nipples, they be fucking going wild. You don't even have to be fucking, bro. You just put your hand down there. You know, like when you're going to finger somebody and you're kind of like trying to lube it up, and you're like running your fingers back and forth, and like you're trying to get a little bit of wet, and you know you may play with the clit a little bit. As soon as you touch that clit, as soon as you even touch that pussy, it's oh my God, bro, I ain't even doing nothing. Like, yeah, then you start fucking them, and then they lose it. And then they really be trembling and orgasm. You know, like they legit the big bitches orgasm like 7 times in a minute. They
ain't got no dick in a while.
So we was fucking, and she just starts orgasm all over the place, and I'm like, you doing too much. That's what I'm thinking in my head. Like,
doing too much.
Bitch, you doing too much. You making this like, I know, like I'm hate fucking you, but like, damn girl, like this is ridiculous.
What did the neighbors say? He said he met that one guy one time, and he said, quote unquote, I like when the bars are about to close and you got them big girls left at the bar. They'll get every inch of you and ride the fuck out of you because they don't know when they're gonna get it again.
What was the Bubbles meme that I shared that one time? When it was the meme where it painted the shopping carts down in the thing.
Yeah.
And it had the fat girls thing on it at the bar, fat girls at the bar. And be like, oh, I'm going to save them cocksuckers for later. After you strike out, you go back to Old Faithful, buddy.
Miss Piggy help you out.
No. I kind of want to tell that story because I really feel like label now that I think about that story because this bitch.
No, remember when I was at the bar just with labels, the woman she was living with and her friend. We were just chilling there, like nothing going on. Guy goes, "Why are you here with them 2 fat bitches?" I was like, God damn. He was like, they just want you for your money. They just want you for your money. I said, I ain't bought a drink all night.
That dude was salty too. It's because he was getting no pussy.
Yep. I mean, I wasn't doing nothing. I was just there at the bar around the
No, we was just chilling, and then we all went back to their house party.
Yeah.
That was not a good time. I'm still pissed about that, bro.
It was not a good time.
I walk in the door, some little fucking kid runs up to me. Is that Daddy? Fuck you, you little motherfucker. Like, I'm not your dad, you so bitch.
Is that Daddy?
Kind of looks like, you kind of look like his daddy. I'm like, fuck you, bro.
You look just like his fucking dad.
Bro, don't be saying that shit.
Hey, I think you lost a little bit of weight now. I think you're...
Fuck that kid, bro. Fuck that bitch. I can't believe that bitch. She goes, I just ordered like 7 things from the Chinese food place. I just couldn't decide what I wanted. So if you guys want any of my leftovers, you can have it.
Mike, you big fat bitch.
Damn, bro. 7.
That's how it be on episodes of fucking 600 Pound Life.
For real.
They'll be like, they'll order like 6 things. Like, my favorite part of the day is eating. I'll eat a big breakfast, and as soon as I'm done with it, I'm already thinking about what I'm getting for lunch.
Like that. What was it? That big black guy that he got. Though his mom's like, that's the only motherfucker I know that's got a tab with the ice cream man. Ice cream man pulls up, and you know that ice cream man stops by the house every day because that's where half his money's coming from every day. He pulls up to the house. He's sitting on the front porch. He goes, what you want? He's got his notepad ready, and the guy's like, let me get 2 strawberry shortcake bars. He's like, 2 chocolate bars. Let me get a chocolate taco. I need about 4 cans of soda, couple bags of chips, blah, blah, blah. And like he names off a couple more items. And he goes, that should do for breakfast. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Who eats ice cream for breakfast, first off? And then he comes in and he eats like 75% of the items. And he goes, well, I guess I should save the rest for later. And then he goes inside and it takes him like 15 minutes to get to his room. And he sits down on his bed and he goes, it starts unwrapping another fucking ice cream.
Oh my God. Dude, watching them eat makes me watching them people eat makes me want to vomit.
They eat so disgusting. I love that dude that does the voiceovers. He usually goes, don't you give that fat motherfucker another piece of chicken. He don't need it. Oh, look at that fat bitch.
We ought to do that shit.
You for real? I love when they be going back to the childhoods. He's like, nobody gives a fuck about your childhood. That don't matter. That doesn't mean you're fat because of your childhood. He's like, we all got problems. My dad left me. He goes, yeah, I'm not 600 pounds. I love that motherfucker.
Look at it. Look at this big bitch.
Look at that fucking gristle on that bitch's leg. I love that shit. Gristle. Look at that big piece of gristle on that bitch.
Oh my God.
Put your nutsack away. You should be ashamed of having your mama wash you like that.
Jesus Christ.
Those ones are the best when they're bathing. And he's like, that is fucking disgusting.
I can't believe the Bengals might go to the goddamn Super Bowl.
That'd be pretty dope though, bro. I mean, more power to them, I guess.
Just so we can hear about how everybody's holding Joe Burrow's nuts.
I mean, is everybody holding his nuts?
Yes, everybody's holding his nuts.
I mean, the way they played this game, I don't know if they'll make it past next round.
Who they got to play?
It was a really close. I think they play the winner.
Between the Bills and somebody.
Is it Bills Patriots?
No, Patriots got beat last week.
Or not Bills.
Bills.
Tampa, right?
Bills Chiefs.
Oh, that's right. Bills Chiefs. Yeah. It's gonna be a close one, boy. I can't remember.
All right, I think we should wrap this shit up.
Yeah, this was a funny ass episode.
Yeah,
I was thinking about telling that story, but I can't let that story
Leave
out.
that in the vault until one of our drunken nights.
That's gonna be. I'm gonna need label here because I need his perspective. Because now that I think about the story, I really feel like a label.
Shout out to label. Happy birthday, motherfucker!
Yeah, happy birthday. That's a whole nother topic for another time. But we'll get into song of the day. Hey, and you know what, motherfuckers? If you haven't listened before, I think I'm gonna have to put something at the beginning of the fucking the video next week.
Like,
subscribe,
and subscribe.
You know how many motherfuckers that you ain't subscribed that watch this video? Fucking like 80-something% of our viewers on YouTube aren't even subscribed compared to motherfuckers on the other platforms. And YouTube, you better step up your fucking numbers, bro. Because Apple Podcasts be kicking your ass when it comes to this number viewership. You all better be rivaling.
We getting thousands on that joint a week.
Yeah, I mean, that's our bread and butter right there.
That
Apple
is
Podcasts.
that is what people use though.
The most, yeah. But you need to watch the video, bro. I need them to come watch the video because they be missing facial expressions.
Yep.
They be missing eye looks. They be missing us when we be expressing how we be talking, like I was expressing on somebody looking at some girls down the street today. Pull them pants up. Yeah. You just be missing some shit. But you know what? We gonna get in the song of the day. You got anything to say to the people while we pull up this?
Like and subscribe.
And I already forgot the song name because it's fucking a new song that literally
It's that new
dropped.
Ian Dior MGK Travis Barker joint.
Yes, sir. Let me pull up the name of it. I don't want to leave you hanging because we got to say bye to the YouTubes. Obviously, copyright. It will be in the link of the description. I don't know if I ever tell anybody, but you know, that's where it is. If you haven't wondered where song of the day is on the YouTubes, everybody else, you can listen to it. This is Ian Dior, Thought It Was. And we'll see you next Friday.
Bye, babies.